I guess Mina's walking off.
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Talk.
All right. Gabe, you watch Maria?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Or her mom can watch her.
Oh, if you already thought Jordan was out of line, it gets even worse this episode.
I'm also feeling like you're judging me. I'm just trying to also be happy.
Plus, Greg's friends embarrass him for not having a job in front of Joan.
I wouldn't want to live with my mother-in-law.
And Sarper's childhood dreams come true. Let's talk about it.
It's Melicia.
Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. The leap has been made. I repeat, the leap has been made. As you can see, we are on my personal platform. This is the new home of our 90-day conversations, deep dives, and all the drama we like to unpack together. So make sure you subscribe. I'll continue to drop 90-day recaps weekly here. Before we get into this week's recap, I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much. I know I say this often, but I mean it. You are part of a bigger dream for me, and I'm so grateful that you enjoy the content that I pour my heart into. I know we won't always agree on everything, but that's friends, that's family. It's just how it is. I learn from you, and I'm always thinking about what I can share that might add something meaningful to your life. And this new chapter would not be the same without you, and I'm excited for what's ahead.
We're really doing it though, aren't we, buddy?
All right, Sarper's dreams are also coming true. After saying goodbye to his home country of Turkey, he is now a resident of Los Angeles, California, recreating Baywatch on the beach. Only Sarper.
When I was a kid, in my childhood, I loved to watch Baywatch. I mean, it's kind of a thing that I started working out, you know that? Because that time, it was so rare that people to work out in Turkey have muscles or fitness. But I was watching Baywatch, and I was seeing them running, and wow, what a life there.
Yes. Oh gosh. Shekinah is his biggest hype man. And I love that for them.
Just run towards me with your sexiest, slowest Baywatch David Hasselhoff run.
I can actually see Shekinah being a Baywatch girl. That scene right there was believable. I'm surprised at how much I'm enjoying Shekinah and Sarper. Someone said the fact that they are the most stable couple this season is concerning. I'm starting to like Sarper. Never thought that would be the case. Next, they should channel the Barbie movie together. Sarper gives mysterious Ken, who might be a little scary, or the very sexual Ken.
When I was young, it was not a hot guy. I remember my 13, 14, I was so chubby and people were bullying me. I couldn't imagine that I will have a body count of 2,500.
Maybe he felt like he needed to prove something. Speaking of his cringeworthy body count, Sarper better not get out here and act a fool. LA has a lot of temptation, and Shekinah is already clocking him. He asked her if he could come back to the beach when she's at work. Listen to her response.
Why don't you just get to know the neighborhood that we live in? Just start there, you know?
Yeah.
And we can start to build trust little by little.
Look, she knows her man. Because my initial thought was, oh, he's enjoying the beach. He probably wants to go back and get in the water, bathe in the sun. Shekinah's like, no. He has slept with over 2,000 women. He likes to hunt.
Your past, the choices that you made didn't only affect the women at the time that you were dealing with, but they're affecting me now because they make me wonder if you can really be loyal long term.
Great point. Someone else who is worried about security, specifically financial security, is Joan.
So how has it been like living with Lucille?
Yeah, it has been good.
Yeah? How long do you want to stay there?
I wanted 3 months.
So what are you doing to achieve that?
I'm about to jump off this dock into this morning.
As we know, she and her 35-year-old fiance Greg are living in his mom's house. Greg has been resisting getting a job because he says he wants to open up a bakery, but he hasn't been taking any serious steps to make that happen.
You're not some trust fund hipster whose, parents have unlimited funds to finance whatever dreams that you have, which is why a steady source of income might be, a good option for you.
In this episode, his friends call him out in front of Joan for it.
Nerve-wracking, why are you guys ganging up with me? Like, chill out.
Realistically, what is the next step here? Are you gonna take a standard job? Are you gonna try to move out of your parents' house? Are you gonna move into a rental?
Greg says he doesn't want to waste money on renting, which I get, but it's one thing to say that when you're working. And it's another to say that when you're not even looking for a job. In a perfect world, many of us would not rent, but we gotta do what we gotta do so we can get to where we wanna go.
I have to figure out something that's going to support the both of us, at least until she can get a job, and then we can figure it out from there. But right now, I am the sole proprietor, I'm the sole caregiver, I'm everything.
I am worried that things are not going to work out and she's just gonna kick him to the side, to be honest with you. It could be bad.
Speaking of bad, it's looking like Mr. Mark has dug himself into an even deeper people-pleasing hole. The drama between Mina and Jordan intensifies even more this week.
Next day.
I know a lot of you felt strongly about my take on them last week, and I appreciate the conversation it sparked. My goal is never to be right. It is to share my honest perspective and be open to that perspective changing as the episodes continue.
Okay, I think we have a chat now.
Me and you?
Yeah,
All right.
let's go over here.
Gabe, when you watch Maria?
Yeah, I was in my bed.
Or her mom can watch her.
Wow.
Gabe doesn't have to do it.
Apparently she's over there.
Now, Jordan might just be being a brat. I don't know the girl personally, but I do know, and I think most of us can agree with this, is that most of the time, people aren't just being difficult for the sake of it. Usually something deeper is driving their behavior, even if it comes out in unhealthy ways. That does not excuse her actions, but I think it's worth considering where her emotions are coming from. I think her feelings matter. And same for Mina. It's never my intention to take sides, okay? It's not. Will my natural biases come out from time to time? Yeah, I'm human, but I do my best, I promise. I do my best to really be thoughtful in sharing my opinion. While I wish we knew more about Mina's life, it's clear she's dealing with a lot emotionally too. Adjusting to a new country, being away from her son. From what we've seen, she seems to shut down or get defensive when she senses she's not being accepted, which is understandable. It also makes me wonder if feeling unaccepted is particularly triggering for her.
She don't accept me, she don't come into my wedding, it's simple.
I just personally feel like Mina has more power to influence this dynamic than she realizes. Is it fair to put it all on her? No. But if you want to solve a conflict in a relationship, somebody has to step up and be the bigger person and set the tone, right? I believe Mina has the power to set the tone here. Mr. Mark should probably be the one setting the tone, but he's too busy trying to make everybody happy. In my opinion, Celtic Angel 5553 summed it up with, I think everyone in this family needs to have a word with themselves. Mina, a little empathy with Mark's children, a bit of warmth would be nice. Jordan, dad is entitled to a partner in life and to choose how many kids he has. Mark needs to help the new shift in family dynamic, not pit them against each other by sharing disagreements. If you don't know how, get some help. Emphasis on the get some help.
What, you guys get in an argument?
What do you think, Mr. Mark?
I said how I feel about you guys having more kids, and she doesn't care. She wants to have more kids, and I'm not going to be okay with that.
Yeah. Jordan seems to try to put her dad in a position that forces him to choose.
So if you guys are just going to disregard how I feel, then maybe I shouldn't be at the wedding anyways.
Ooh, it seems as if she is fighting for her life right now. The life she imagined for her family. Maybe she feels like she lost a version of that when her parents got divorced. And now with her dad getting married to Mina, she's afraid of losing whatever pieces she tried to put back together. Whew, family dynamics. It is tied to our sense of safety, and whenever that is shaken, it can feel like a threat, no matter our age. This is the part of growing up that I wish more adults would talk about. Ain't nobody tell me about this. I didn't get a warning. It's the part of growing up where you realize your parents are humans too. Wait, it's beyond realize. We have to accept, for the sake of our peace, whether our parents are still with us or not, that they are human beings with their own flaws and choices. And what we think are their imperfections are no longer a threat to our safety. Some people experience this realization early on in life, but for others, like we see with Jordan, it might come later. It's the realization that as an adult, we have to find security within ourselves. Even if the people that we love and we found our security in before are making decisions that we don't necessarily agree with. It can be an extremely uncomfortable reality check.
I know you're mad at me, and I shouldn't have told Mina, but me and you always talk, and I'm always truthful with you about everything, and I feel like I should be that same way with my wife. And
Yeah, but then do you see how the dynamic, if I tell you everything and you tell her everything, then it's like, how can I trust you to tell you my red flags if you're gonna tell her everything?
Right.
Jordan goes on to tell her dad that he keeps brushing over those red flags, and he calls out Jordan for judging him.
She's so young. She's closer to my age than your age. Like, don't you think that that's strange?
I know you're mad at me, but I'm also feeling like you're judging me. I'm just trying to also be happy.
And Mr. Mark seems to know what makes him happy. Let's not forget, along with whatever personality traits, he seems to have a type. Before Mina, he was also engaged to Jade, another younger woman. According to Mark, they broke up because she flipped out after he brought up a prenup.
So what, you want me to break up with her right now, not get married, and go find somebody who's 45 or 50? That's
No, because
your
now
idea
you
of fixing all
already have
this?
a baby, so you
Right.
can't really fix anything now.
Right, so what
So
we
don't
need-
have more. That's my first thing. Don't have more.
Dang, she has to let go. Surrender, girl. At the end of the day, she doesn't know what is best for Mr. Mark in the grand scheme of things.
You're literally trying to dictate how my happiness going forward. You're judging something that I can't change.
Right, they have Maria, adorable Maria. Oh, I can only imagine how this conversation makes Mark feel. You have two daughters who you love, and one is seemingly hurt that you even had the other one. But they are both pieces of you. Oh my gosh, talk about being torn.
Just know that might be around less. It might not want to be around this new family.
Mina tells the camera if Mark doesn't support her, she may go back to Paris.
Parce que je peux pas être dans une relation que personne ne m'accepte.
And Jordan either prioritizes her peace or pulls a power move with this exit.
Hearing that I'm uninvited to the wedding, I feel like we're just gonna go. Gabe,
Okay.
yeah, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Jordan, seriously, you just gonna bail out on the whole day, Jordan?
Yeah, this is wrong. I'm not doing it.
Mark goes on to take some accountability in the role he played in the animosity between Mina and Jordan.
I know I started it, but you guys need to fix it.
Like I said, some. Once they get back into the hotel room, Mina tells Mark she wants to go back to New Hampshire tomorrow and doesn't want to see the rest of his family, which is why they're on this trip in the first place.
Just wait and see. Let's wait and see and try. I know you're mad.
Anytime you
She's
tell me
mad.
try. I'm tired to try. Anytime. I try.
I don't know if it's the editing or what. Maybe they're not showing all the effort. Or maybe Mina is only willing to give so much.
It's supposed to go like this.
You know what's crazy? If Mina and Jordan stop trying to win the battle, Jordan lets her dad be the adult he is and take care of himself, and Mina shows Jordan some more empathy, I could see a world where they enjoy each other. You ever hear those stories about women in particular who don't get along at first and then they end up being really close? Yeah, that's an optimistic approach for Jordan and Mina, but it happens. Hey, Jenny and Sumit's mom are like besties now, which is wild.
I've become best friends with Sumit's mom.
Sumit's mom disowned him and threatened all types of horrible things because he was in a relationship with Jenny. But one thing Jenny and Sumit didn't do was give up on trying to create peace with Sumit's family, even when it got extremely hard. Before I let you go, I want to leave you with a little food for thought. My therapist once told me something that stuck with me. And if you tend to be a worrier, this might be helpful to you too. I have a pretty vivid imagination. It is great at crafting possibilities. And for a long time, I allowed it to default to worst case scenarios. She suggested if I'm going to entertain worst case scenario, I might as well consider the best case scenario too. And then find balance somewhere in between and leave it at that. There's a quote that says, "My life has been filled with terrible misfortunes, most of which never happen. Most of the time, the things we dread never even end up coming true. So why not give energy to the good possibilities too, you know? Open ourselves up to receive them." All right, 90 Day Fans fam, this was fun. First one, check, it's done. Make sure you subscribe. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Now that this is my platform, I can be more interactive with you. Of course, I'm not about to be all in the comments because, you know, the comments comment at times, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, whew, I'm hot, y'all. I gotta go. All right, I'll see you next time.